Hi guys, I'm Harshita and आज chapter number 5 करना है हमें that is principle of inheritance. जेनेटिक्स से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं आज हम लोग ठीक है द सेवेंथ यूनिट ठीक है वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर इज दिस प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस एंड वेरिएशन ठीक है इसको हम 4 या 5 वीडियोज में कंप्लीट कर लेंगे ओके सो स्टार्टिंग विद द इंट्रोडक्शन एंड एज फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन एंड मेंडल्स लॉ ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस करेंगे ठीक है So if we start this. Okay, chalo, let's start. Introduction. Have you ever wondered why an elephant always gives birth to an baby elephant and not any other animal? Or why mango tree forms only mango plant and not another plant? Okay? Given that they do are the offspring identical to either of their parents, or do they show difference in some of their characteristics? Have you ever wondered why siblings sometimes look similar to each other or sometimes even so different? These are several related questions are dealt with scientifically in the branch of biology known as genetics. This are target. So, this subject deals with the inheritance as well as the variation of characteristics from parents to offspring. Inheritance is a process by which characters are passed on from parents to progeny. It is the basic of heredity. Variation is the degree by which progeny differs from their parents. Human knew from a early 8,000 to 1000 BC that one of the cause of variation was hidden in the sexual reproduction. This is important. One of the cause of variation is hidden in the sexual reproduction. They exfoliated the variation that were naturally present in the wild population of plants and animals to selectively breed and select for organisms that possess desirable character. For example, through a artificial selection and dowdization from instances like wild cows, we have well-known breed Sahiwal cow in Punjab. We must, however, recognize that though our ancestors know about the inheritance of characters, they would very little idea about scientific basis of the phenomena. ठीक है बेसिकली दिस वाज द इंट्रोडक्शन पैराग्राफ जिसमें आपको एक जेनेटिक्स की डेफिनेशन एंड ये याद रखना है द कॉज ऑफ वेरिएशन आर हिडन इन द सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन ठीक है बाकी तो इसमें कुछ भी याद नहीं रखना मेंडल लॉ ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस दिस इज द मेन टॉपिक जो हमें आज कवर करना ओके तो लेट्स स्टार्ट It was during the mid 19th century that headway was made in the understanding of inheritance. This name is very important. Conducted hybridization experiment on garden pea, which plant garden pea for 7 years. 7 years and seven pairs. ठीक है? Was proposed the law of inheritance in living organisms during Mendel's investigation into inheritance patterns. It was for the first time that statistical analysis of mathematical logic were applied in the problem of biology. This experiment has a large sampling, large sampling size, which gave greater credibility to the data that he collected. Also, the confirmation of his inference from the experiment is successfully generated with his test plans proved that his result pointed general rules in the hidden rather than being under. Mendel investigated characters in the doorway that were related to opposite that he crossed he crossed एकदम opposite plants, opposite traits like tall with dwarf, yellow with green. This allowed him to set up basic framework of rules governing inheritance, which was expanded on by later scientists. The account of all diverse natural combination observation and the complexity inherent in them. Mendel conducted such artificial pollination, cross-pollination experiment using several true breeding feline. A true breeding feline is one that have undergone continuous. See, this is important. A true breeding क्या होती है? True breeding को ये इन्होंने explain कैसे कर रखा है? Continuous self pollination show the stable trait inheritance and expression. For several generations, Mendel selection 14 true breeding pea varieties as pair, which was similar except for one character with contrasting traits. Some of the contrasting traits selected when smooth and wrinkled. See, बिल्कुल opposite किया था yellow and green, inflated and constructed, yellow pods, tall और drop pods. Just opposite थे कि अगर एक tall ले रहा है तो दूसरा drop लेगा, so that उसको variety मिल सके, ठीक है? अब जो चीज हमें याद करनी है that is this. ये हमें याद करना है द ट्रेड्स स्टडीड बाय मेंडल इन पी प्लांट. ठीक है, कैरेक्टर्स से स्टार्ट करते हैं. स्टेम, टॉल एंड ड्रॉप, ये तो याद हो जाएगा. फ्लावर कलर भी याद हो जाएगा, वॉयलेट एंड ग्रीन. फ्लावर पोजिशन, एक्सियल एंड टर्मिनल, दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट. फिर आपका आता है ना पॉड कलर एंड पॉड कलर, या पॉड कलर एंड सीड कलर में याद रखना है. सी दी ये कैसे दे रखा है कि erase this first. Okay, so let's focus here the traits that were studied by Mendel. ठीक है, starting with the characters and contrasting traits. अब ये ऐसे दे रखा है कि these are dominant and these are recessive. ठीक है, ऐसे याद रखना है. Stem height obviously tall dominate करेगा ड्रॉप के ऊपर. फ्लावर कलर वॉयलेट डोमिनेट करेगा व्हाइट के ऊपर. ठीक है, फ्लावर पोजिशन एक्सियल डोमिनेट करेगा टर्मिनल के ऊपर. पॉड शेप इन्फ्लेटेड डोमिनेट करेगा कंस्ट्रक्टेड पे. यहाँ एक चीज जो आपको याद रखना है दैट इज पॉड कलर एंड सीड कलर. इसमें अपोजिट है, पॉड कलर में ग्रीन डोमिनेट करेगा एंड सीड कलर में येलो डोमिनेट करेगा. तो यहाँ पर येलो डोमिनेट कर रहा है बट यहाँ पर पॉड कलर में रेड रिसेसिव है. ओके, दिस इज द मेन पॉइंट. आपको जो इस 7 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स में से याद रखना है. सीड शेप, राउंड, रिंकल्ड, ये डोमिनेट करेंगे. रिसेसिव कौन सा होगा ये आप लोगों को पता है. ठीक है, देन हमें पढ़ना है इनहेरिटेंस ऑफ वन जीन. ठीक है, दिस इज इट. ये हम करते हैं. चलो अब ये वाला स्टार्ट करते हैं हम. इनहेरिटेंस ऑफ वन जीन.